What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix new movie, Interceptor. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you'd like to help support the channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. Look, I think it's sweet and adorable that Marvel star Chris Hemsworth wants to help jumpstart the career of his wife, actress Elsa Pataky, especially with Chris having some sort of a deal with Netflix. Hell, Chris even shows up in this movie for comic relief purposes, which is kinda distracting. But hey, the intentions are well good and all. But if this movie Interceptor proves anything, is that the stardom of one spouse does not always translate into the stardom of the other spouse. You see, talent and charisma may run in the family, but it's certainly not contagious between husband and wife. Interceptor is in the category of so bad it's funny. In fact, I might rewatch this film again just for the laughs. It really is that awful. It's way too chatty and uneven, and it felt like a long-lost 90s action flick that Steven Seagal turned down. And to make things worse, the story's Me Too aspect is completely tacky. Written by Matthew Riley and Stuart Beatty and directed by Matthew Riley and executive produced by Chris Hemsworth, in Interceptor, the tough and reality-bruised Captain J.J. Collins finds herself in charge of the lone nuclear missile interceptor base in the middle of the Pacific Ocean after she is wrongfully drummed out of her dream job at the Pentagon. When a simultaneous coordinated attack then threatens the base itself, Collins comes face to face with Alexander Kessel, a former US military intelligence officer intent on carrying out an unthinkable plan. With only minutes on the clock, Collins must utilize her years of tactical training and military expertise to determine who she can trust and stop Kessel and his covert mercenaries from completing their twisted and terrible mission. Starring Elsa Pataky, Luke Bracey, and Zoe Carides. I've kinda already summed up the entire movie earlier, prior to the synopsis I just read you, but okay, since we still have a few minutes to spare, let's trash this movie some more, shall we? You see, this is not a case of plot holes, but more of a case of scenes that are wacky and nonsensical. Whether it be the way the villain would suddenly breach in, or even some of the fight choreographies, many of them are unwarranted and poorly staged, and they seem to always go for the least amount of effort. On top of which, the dialogues often sound like junior high kids bickering. And Luke Bracey, who plays the bad guy, is the most Captain Exposition obvious of the season. There's probably only 20 minutes worth of time when his character is actually somewhat threatening, but for the most part, he's pretty incompetent, and he's just stuck on the outside with his face against the glass looking in, all of which you can file under unintentionally funny. Credit where credit is due, it does seem like Elsa Pataky bulked up for the role. I guess they were going for that female John McClane look, which kinda fits since Interceptor is more or less Die Hard in the middle of the ocean. But unfortunately, Elsa's acting is so subpar. I got no problem with her accent, but she is a walking one-note performer with no range whatsoever. And you gotta admit, there's just something sad about the fact that this movie has to frequently cut away to Chris Hemsworth's cameo in order to defibrillate its dying pulse. And so, bad directing, bad script, bad acting, sequences that are not well thought out and just terribly shot. Listen, I am all for championing female action heroes. I do think we need more of them on the screen. But unfortunately, movies like Interceptor will only validate the opinions that are opposed to it.